Good evening and welcome to Real Talk with T. Holmes. I know that it has been a while since we have been in connection live, but guess what? We are back, and it seems like we've been on sabbatical for a good little minute. But hey, I know normally we would start our segment open with a motivational moment, but guess what? This whole segment today will be a whole motivational series episode this evening. This evening, I would like to talk about fighting the mental warfare. So many times things in our life happen, and we cope with things on a whole different level. We cope with different things according to what makes us feel good in the moment. But the reality of it is that we cannot cope with life with what makes us feel good in the moment. We have to cope with life is what will attract our mental status, because everything that goes on with us starts with our mindset. So I want to talk to you all today about fighting the mental warfare, because Satan are winning in so many different ways, and it's not a per se if whether or not it's a right or a wrong, if whether or not he win or lose. But what it is to say is, what are we giving control of our mind that's allowing us to give up, that's allowing us to give Satan the control? Now, I am a firm believer that, Tammy, everybody's not going to handle things the way you handle things. And guess what? I hadn't always been this strong all my life. And sometimes I'm weak a whole lot of times. But I think my own personal contest is my relationship with Christ. But let's go into some different aspects this evening when it comes to our mental warfare. When we think about mental, we think about the concept of our minds. And sometimes a lot of people overthink, we underthink. But the reality of it is that who are we attempting to please? Are we attempting to be a people pleaser? And I've come to learn that that's where the mental warfare begins. It begins with what we think such and such is going to say about us if we do this, if we don't do this. But the reality of it is what are you going to think about yourself? What do you think about yourself? I seen a post on Instagram with Pastor Keon Henderson last week, and he said, our mind is the most expensive real estate on the market. What are we selling our minds to for a couple of pennies, a couple of dollars, a couple of $100, a couple of $1,000? But the reality of it is that what are you allowed to embed in your mind? A lot of times we surround ourselves with negative and toxic people. And sometimes we ourselves are our worst critic of being the negative and toxic person in our lives, only because we want to fit in. Like, it's okay. It's okay to spread the positivity of whatever is going on. It's okay not to fit in on the negative side. It's okay to be positive and believe in yourself. It's okay to understand that if I speak to the situation, that the situation will change. Now, yesterday I went to a prayer breakfast, and the elder that was speaking, she kept saying, watch your words, check your crowd. Watch your words, check your crowd, which I've always brought my kids up on. And we learn in the Bible that our tongue is powerful. We speak life or death in a situation over our life. So when we watch our words, that means that you only speak what you believe, what you're encouraging. If you keep speaking the negativity, oh, I'm never going to this, or I'm never going to that, no, you would not expand to that level. However, no matter what's in front of you, if you speak positivity of the situation, when you are encouraged that, guess what, I'm going to come out of this situation, no matter what, if it's an addiction, no matter what it is, whether it is drugs, alcohol, gambling, sexual addiction, whatever the addiction may be, when you speak to it, Are you allowing it to control your mindset? Are you allowing Satan to think that nothing can change, even if it's been going on for 20 or 30 years? But guess what? Today I come to tell you that no matter how long that the mental warfare has been going on, no matter how long you've been suffering with a lack of self-love, a lack of self-awareness, a lack of validation, a lack of needing someone to love you, first start to love within yourself. First start to love God first. Then you will know that everything else will fall in place. I want to go into the second point of this evening is understanding that you do not need anyone else's approval. And see, that becomes a big part of the mental warfare because you feel like that you have to prove a point to someone else. Guess what? You may think, well, Tammy, it's easy for you to say. And a lot of people judge people based on their cover. But I tell people all the time, don't let this makeup and these high heels fool you, because guess what? I done lived all of that. But it was just at an early age that I got to the point that I didn't give a damn about what they thought or what they said. Because guess what? Still today, people still feel some type of way and they still think some type of way about me. And it's okay. But the reality of it is who do you think that you are? Who do you see yourself? How valuable do you see yourself? Do you really love yourself? See, we allow the toxic to take over our mind. And then the more we embed on it, the thought process, the farther it gets. And all Satan needs is just a little crack. All he needs is a little crack to feel like that if I get him or her to believe what I'm saying, then I'm on to the next level. And then the mental warfare will go farther and farther and farther. But the reality of it is that guess what? You'll be disappointed every time when you think that man don't believe in you. If man don't give you the validation, you're going to be disappointed. The reality of it is you have to get your validation from God. See, once you get your validation from God, it's not to say that you would not feel weak at times. It's not to say that you would not have trials and tribulation. But what it is to say is that no matter what's in front of me, Lord, I'm going to trust you. No matter what the situation is, I'm going to trust you. And we're not going to give Satan any control of our mindset. Because see, he's been winning in the last month or so with a couple of situations. And it's not for us to judge people based on their choice or their decision. But you can judge your own thoughts. You can judge your own opinions and your own actions. Because see, motivation turns into habit. But when it begins to be a motivation, then that means that you can no longer give Satan control. And every time you speak against what it is that Satan is attempting you to believe, of course, he's just doing his job. But then we as people must do our job as well. We must continue to speak against it. First, believe, control your mind. And when you can control your mind, then that now determines that you will allow yourself to be around certain crowds. Now, when we control our words and then check our circle, watch your words, check your circle. That means when I watch my words, I'm now no longer speaking, oh, well, I'm not going to be able to do this because of this. Well, guess what? Yes, I'm going to still do this along while I have this and that going on, because guess what? All of that's going to come and pass. And then I see the vision of where I'm trying to go to. So we're going to watch our words, and as we're watching our words against the negativity, not to speak the death part of our life, but we're going to watch our words and speak the positivity. So that's the life part of our tongue is being powerful. Then when it comes checking our circle, guess what? That means that sometimes family, your friends, whether it's your husband, your sister, your brother, your wife, your mama, your daddy, when it's toxic, it's okay to remove yourself. Like, I tell my kids often that if you see your mom and daddy doing something that you know is not right, it is your responsibility not to do the same shit. You don't do it just because mom and daddy does it. Because guess what? 9 times out of 10, mom and daddy know that it's not right either. But we have so many generational curses that we've yet to break. we've yet to break. So I want to encourage everybody. I don't care what it is that is going on in your life. Right now, it is a major mental warfare going on with poverty and families, and Satan just doing his job. But we must do our job too. You have to stay grounded in the word. You have to stay grounded in trusting God, having an active prayer life. And guess what? Sometimes my day get going about and I get busy. And no, I'm not first thing up on my toes every morning praying right then and there. Just today, I fell short and on my way to the studio, God, please forgive me because I've allowed this day to go by without glorifying who He is. But guess what? No matter what I face today, it was a couple of little stumbling blocks. That Lord, I'm going to still trust you. Say, we're not giving you no glory. So I want to encourage everyone, no matter what your mental warfare is, no matter what the situation is in your life, find someone to talk to, reach out. It's okay to praise God. It's okay to pray. It's okay to read the word. But guess what? If you're not that far yet, we don't have a heaven or hell to put you in. But I do want to encourage you to reach out to somebody and talk to them. Allow someone else to be a motivation to you. But what I don't want you to do is give Satan no glory, because when we give him glory, we give him satisfaction of thinking that this can be. No. So this segment I knew would not be long today, but I just want to encourage everyone. You keep fighting, you keep fighting, you keep fighting, no matter what it is, no matter what. I don't care. I want you to continue to trust God, continue to believe in yourself, continue to love yourself. And we're never going to give up. Giving up is never an option. So this evening, as Real Talk with T. Holmes close out, I just want to challenge everyone to be positive. No matter what's in front of you, still speak to the situation. Speak life over death. Deactivate the negativity. Deactivate the toxic, no matter who it is. No matter who it is. Because guess what? You have to find yourself. And then you're going to be responsible for your own mental warfare that you're going through. You're going to be responsible for how you react to people. And another thing, before we close out, I do want to talk about something real quick, is because, we as people, we constantly want to blame everybody else for our actions. No. A lot of that plays a major part on your mental warfare too, because you blaming mama and daddy and great-grandmama and great-great-grandmama about something that happened to you. You now 80 and you talking about what's happening to you when you was 12. Let that shit go. Let it go. And in the midst of you letting it go, you got to begin to heal in order for the mental warfare to bypass. We have to forgive people. God forgive us every single day. We all do something that we do not have any business doing or saying, and God forgive us. But in order to fight the mental warfare, I know one of the major factors is that we have to heal from past hurt. It's okay. Have humility. Have humility about the situation. Well, I'm not talking about being humble. I'm saying have humility, because the humility will allow you to say such and such, look, I'm sorry. No, even if they was the one who hurt you, I'm sorry, because it don't even matter about what was said and why you said it and what you said. The biggest picture is that you do what's right. My spiritual mother once told me before, you don't have control on how someone else treats you, but you do have control on how you treat someone else. So I'm going to say that to leave you with heal, open up your heart. We're going to deactivate every negativity that comes our way, every toxic person, every negative person. Cut their asses off. It's okay. I don't care who it is. Cut their asses off. Because guess what? You are responsible for your own energy. You determine your own destiny. And if you continue to stay around the toxicity, the negative energy, that's what the hell you want to be around. I seen a post about a month ago. Some people don't want to be fixed, so they want to stay in that same shit forever. Well, guess what? I'm not one of those people. So, but when you want to stay there, when you want somebody to feel sorry for you, that means that you want to feel like that. You want to be in that mental warfare because you want people to give you attention. The best attention that you will ever have will be from God. I'm telling you my own experience. Never really been a negative person, toxic person, but I've been bitter at times, and I done said shit I know I ain't had no business saying. But now my mental warfare is, guess what? Don't respond to how people treat you, because all it takes is one time. If you respond to what somebody does to you, all you're doing is open up the door to give Satan room. We're not giving him any glory. As I leave, I'm going to leave you with this. My spiritual mother told me, you are what you respond to. If the shit is foolish and you respond to it, you just as foolish. There you have it, directly from Real Talk with T. Holmes. I'll see you next week.